You check your phone without thinking about it. A small vibration is enough. Something deep inside your mind immediately pays attention, even though you know it might be nothing important at all. Why? The real answer is far stranger. Your brain lives in a world that no longer exists. Every day, you walk through cities, stare at screens, and scroll through endless information. Yet much of your behavior is guided by mental systems that evolved long before roads, buildings, or electricity existed. Your brain is modern, but many of its instincts are ancient. Imagine waking up 50,000 years ago. There are no alarms, no schedules, no notifications. Only sunlight, weather, hunger, and the people around you. The decisions that kept your ancestors alive were very different from the decisions you make today. They had to find food, avoid danger, build relationships, remember useful information, watch for threats. Those challenges shape the human brain, and evolution works slowly, very slowly. Natural selection does not redesign the brain every time society changes. It simply modifies what already exists. The result is a mind that is incredibly powerful, but often optimized for a prehistoric world rather than a modern one. You carry that inheritance every day, even now. Consider attention. Your brain is constantly scanning the environment for anything unusual. A sudden movement, a loud sound, a strange face. This tendency helped your ancestors survive because missing an important signal could have deadly consequences. A rustle in the bushes mattered. Ignoring it could be fatal. Today, the same system reacts to notifications, flashing advertisements, and breaking news alerts. Your brain treats novelty as potentially important because for most of human history, it often was. Psychologists call this attentional bias. In simple terms, your mind pays extra attention to things that stand out. That ancient feature now powers entire industries. Every app competes for your attention. Every platform wants to trigger curiosity. Every notification takes advantage of mechanisms that evolved long before technology existed. Have you ever wondered why it feels so difficult to ignore them? Part of the answer lies in dopamine. Dopamine is often described as the pleasure chemical, but that description is incomplete. Researchers such as Wolfram Schultz showed that dopamine is deeply connected to prediction and reward learning. Your brain loves surprises, especially rewarding surprises. For your ancestors, finding unexpected food was valuable. Discovering a new water source was valuable. Learning useful information about the environment was valuable. The brain evolved to encourage behaviors that increased survival. Now think about social media. You never know exactly what appears next. Maybe nothing interesting. Maybe something exciting. That uncertainty keeps attention engaged. The same reward systems that once helped humans explore their environment now interact with endless digital feeds designed to provide unpredictable rewards. The environment changed. The machinery remained. Food reveals another ancient story. For most of human history, calories were difficult to obtain. Energy-rich foods provided a major advantage because they helped people survive periods of scarcity. Sweet foods were valuable. Fatty foods were valuable. The brain learned to love them. Today, many people live surrounded by calorie-dense foods available at any hour. Yet the ancient preference remains. Your brain still responds strongly to sugar, fat, and salt because those preferences were useful for thousands of generations. The problem is obvious. The world changed faster than evolution could adapt. This mismatch between ancient instincts and modern environments appears everywhere. It even influences fear. Why are many people afraid of snakes? Why are many people uneasy around spiders? Research by psychologists such as Susan Maineka suggests that humans may be especially prepared to learn certain fears because those fears carried survival value in the past. Your brain learns some dangers quickly, other dangers much more slowly. Cars cause enormous numbers of injuries. Yet many people feel calmer in a speeding vehicle than near a harmless spider. Does that seem rational? Not entirely. But evolution does not care about modern statistics. It responds to ancient patterns. Social behavior reveals an even deeper connection to the past. Humans are one of the most social species on Earth. Your ancestors depended on cooperation. A person completely isolated from the group often faced severe risks. Survival frequently depended on belonging. Because of this, social acceptance became extremely important. So important that your brain still reacts strongly to it. A negative comment can feel surprisingly painful. Embarrassment can feel overwhelming. Rejection can linger for years. Why would words have such power? Because ancient social systems mattered. Neuroscientist Naomi Eisenberger found evidence that social pain and physical pain share overlapping brain processes. The details are complex, but the message is simple. Your brain treats social threats seriously, very seriously. Thousands of years ago, losing social support could reduce chances of survival. Today, that ancient sensitivity still shapes emotions, even when the consequences are much smaller. This helps explain why online interactions can affect moods so strongly. The brain often reacts as though reputation still determines survival. In some ways, it once did. Memory also carries ancient fingerprints. You probably do not remember every ordinary day from last year, but you may vividly remember a frightening moment, or an embarrassing mistake, or an unexpected success. Why? Because memory evolved to prioritize information that might be useful in the future. Danger mattered. Opportunities mattered. Emotion signaled importance. Researchers such as Elizabeth Loftus have shown that memory is not a perfect recording device. Instead, it is a flexible system that reconstructs experiences. Your brain stores what seems useful, not necessarily what is accurate. That strategy often worked. Perfect accuracy was less important than practical survival. Another ancient feature appears in your response to uncertainty. Humans dislike not knowing. The feeling can be uncomfortable, sometimes extremely uncomfortable. Imagine hearing an unexplained sound outside your shelter 20,000 years ago. Assuming everything was fine could be dangerous. Assuming there might be a threat encouraged caution. Modern anxiety may partially emerge from the same tendency. The brain often prefers explanations, even imperfect ones. Uncertainty demands attention because uncertain situations historically carried risk. This is one reason conspiracy theories, rumors, and dramatic stories can spread so easily. People seek answers. The brain wants closure, even when evidence is incomplete. Your ancestors also lived in small groups, not millions, not billions, small groups. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar proposed that human social networks may be influenced by cognitive limits, often associated with what became known as Dunbar's number. The exact value is debated, but the principle remains fascinating. Human brains evolved in communities where most people knew one another directly. Modern life is different. You can encounter thousands of strangers online in a single week. You can compare yourself to celebrities, influencers, executives, athletes, and people living on the other side of the world. Your ancestors never experienced anything like that. Yet the same social brain attempts to process it all. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not. Sleep offers another clue. Many people struggle with sleep schedules. Artificial lighting allows activity long after sunset. Streaming platforms, games, and phones compete for attention deep into the night. But your biological systems evolved under natural cycles of light and darkness. Circadian rhythms developed over enormous spans of time. They still influence hormones, alertness, and behavior. The modern world often pushes against those ancient patterns. Your body notices, even if you do not. The most surprising part of this story may be that these ancient systems are not flaws. They are remarkable achievements. The human brain helped your ancestors survive ice ages, droughts, predators, disease, and countless challenges. It enabled language, cooperation, creativity, and problem-solving. The same ancient machinery built civilization. The same instincts helped create science. The same brain that once searched for berries eventually built telescopes and spacecraft. That is extraordinary. Yet understanding these instincts can change how you see yourself. When you crave attention, seek belonging, fear rejection, chase rewards, or struggle with uncertainty, you are not simply responding to the present moment. You are carrying millions of years of history. Ancient pressures still echo through modern decisions. Ancient environments still influence modern emotions. Ancient survival systems still shape everyday life. The goal is not to eliminate them. The goal is to understand them. Because understanding creates choice. When you recognize why notifications capture attention, they become easier to manage. When you understand why social approval feels powerful, you can view it more clearly. When you see how ancient reward systems interact with modern technology, you gain perspective. Your brain is not broken. It is doing exactly what it evolved to do. The challenge is that it evolved for a different world. A world of small groups, a world of uncertainty, a world of predators, scarcity, and survival. That world is gone, but pieces of it still live inside you. Every notification, every craving, every fear, every burst of curiosity, every moment of connection, they all carry traces of ancient minds navigating ancient landscapes. And the next time you check your phone without thinking about it, you might remember something strange. Your brain is still trying to help you survive. It just cannot always tell the difference between the modern world and the one your ancestors knew.